What's up, everyone? Lost Frostbite here. We are back again with a slightly different deck from last time. We're going to be playing some mono green elves. And this is a deck I've had a lot of fun with, gotten up towards Mythic with. And, you know, like I said, it's been extremely enjoyable. Playing mono colors also makes it a little easier to build that deck when it comes to your wild cards. And as you guys know, I like to save my wild cards. So I'm going to go through the deck real quick. Before we get started, we're looking at 3 Allosaurus. This is just a great card, great mana sink. Also helps against blue decks because it can't be countered and green spells can't be countered. On the topic of countering, Blossoming Defense has been huge. It's a fun combat trick to have. Giving your creature +2/+2 is awesome, but also Hexproof is nice. For even when you have the Allosaurus, it's going to help prevent, some removal spells. We then have our Mystics and Lana War Elves. These are both great rocks. They're 1/1s that generate mana. That's awesome. I have another one of. This is a personal thing. Just a one of, a 1/1 Death Touch. It's nice to have when you're playing against some random decks, just to throw this at, say you're placing or facing Rakdos, and they play a Phyrexian Obliterator. Bam, this gets rid of it for 1. Then we have Elvish Warmaster, great way to generate mana, also a good mana sink. And then Incubation Druid, another great mana sink and great way to generate mana. I said generate mana on the Warmaster, but I meant tokens, 1/1 tokens. We then have Clan Caller, another great mana sink, also a Lord. Leaf Crown Visionary, also a Lord, but also draws us cards, which is huge. This deck would be nothing without the Visionary. We then have Fury, I don't even know. This card, which is going to tutor our Craterhoof, which is our win condition. If we don't win by going wide, this is how we win. Marwyn is a legendary creature, so it can be a pain playing 2 of it, but most of the time it's not. She gets +1/+1 counters for the amount of elves we've had enter the battlefield, and she also taps for whatever her power is equal to. So she can get huge. She can also deal a lot of damage if needed. So she's part of that win con because she's either going to help us cast more elves by drawing cards and paying that extra mana to draw the cards, or she might just get us our Craterhoof. We then have a 4 of Elf Archdruid. This is a Lord, but also gives us mana for the elves we control. And a 1 of Circle of the Dream Druid. Not a Lord, but it does generate mana, and it's pretty efficient. So then we're looking at a 4-sum of Coco, Collected Company. Amazing card. So glad they added it to Historic. So this has been phenomenal. Basically, it'll let me cast 2 cards for free that are 3 mana or less. And I normally do it on the enemy's turn, which is the best time to do it. We have our Craterhoof Behemoth, which is our win condition. Its haste gives +X/+X, where X is the number of creatures you control to all of your creatures. That is massive. And with the amount of mana generation, we're going to be able to get to that pretty quick. Then we have Castle Garenbrig, not necessary if you're playing a budget version. Same thing, Radiant Fountain. I mean, you could go straight forests on this deck and you'll be fine. So that's the deck list. Let's go ahead and head on. Oh, 1 second. Head on back into it. I have to switch decks real quick because that was the wrong deck. I just did some recording with this past deck, and oh my gosh, was it ass. So we need to go into this deck. Okay. Yeah, that last deck, I was not having the most fun. It's another mono green elf deck. Focuses more on tokens. Doesn't have a Craterhoof in it. And, it worked, but you gas out pretty quick. And if you don't have cards to draw, what are you doing? You're not really getting anywhere. So with that, we're going to go ahead and pause for the time being until we find this match. I'll see y'all in a sec. And we are back. Facing, I don't even know, facing a Praetor. Okay, let's look at our starting hand. I think this is a great starting hand. We don't have any card draw, but we have plenty of things to sink mana into. And we're going to be able to generate some tokens. So I am proud of that. Also, I got the nice Secret Lair slide, or what's it called? Sleeves. That was one of the first Secret Lairs I bought. One of the only Secret Lairs I bought. It's a beautiful deck. But Alright, cool. We're going to do that into War Master. We'll then go into a second Lana War. And let's see what he's playing. He could have more removal. He's just going to FF. Okay. Alright, we're going to pause, and I'll be back once we get a match going for real. Okay, we're back. Hopefully this one isn't just an FF and quit. Okay, hand-wise, I'm very satisfied with the hand. 4 elves, 5 elves, 1's a seeker. I'll take it. 2 mana's not the best, but when you have Lana War elves, it don't really matter. So, ooh, alright, we're facing the mirror. Now we just have to see who has the better mirror. I think we lucked out getting that War Master, because that's letting us Allosaurus turn 2. I'm going to go with we have the better mirror, because he's not going to have any removal, and we are going to Craterhoof Behemoth in just a turn or two. So let's go ahead and get you out. And then we will swing with the token. I didn't want him to double block, so we'll go token for token. Okay. Oh, of course he does. Of course he does. We draw the Craterhoof Behemoth. Okay. We're going to play it because it's going to wipe his board. And we're going to deal 8 damage. We're then going to be able to play our second Craterhoof Behemoth, and this game will be over in a turn. Or he's just going to block poorly. Oh, we had Trample. I am a dumbass. There is no way he could have won that. Well, that was a nice little 2-minute game. I don't even know what to say. I think we're just going to go ahead and skip on to the next one. So I'll catch you guys in a second. Okay. Hopefully we can get a more substantial match here. We did get pretty lucky in that last game, though. Okay, and this is the sign of unluck. So 2 3 manas, 2 4 manas. We do have 3 mana to start. We'd have to luck out and pray we draw something. And I'm not the biggest fan of that. So we're going to go ahead and mulligan. I think this is a much more functional hand. While we don't have a 1-drop, Incubation Druid's a good mana sink. Coco is going to be nice. I think I'm probably going to drop... No, I have to keep the Incubation Druid. I also want to keep the Blossoming Defense in case they're playing blue. Oh, they're not playing blue. Okay. Oh, what do I pitch? I think I'm going to toss the Clan Caller. I think that's the move. If this guy would please take his go, I would very much appreciate it. I do want to build a Lurrus deck. Lurrus is extremely powerful, as is obvious with the format. So hopefully one day I have enough to where I can build it. But before then, this guy needs to choose his cards. Do I do another jump cut? I think we're going to have to do another jump cut. Alright. Okay, we are back. He did take 2 minutes, which is kind of a pain in the butt, but it's okay. Because we're going to start the game. If he does timer stall here, we're just going to skip the match for you guys, because there's no point in waiting this out. And it looks like that's the case. So, downside with playing MTG Arena online is people can timer stall. And it's really not fun. Go to your local LGS, play some, can't play some historic, but you can play some standard, maybe some modern. So, I'm going to leave this here, and I will connect with you guys after this match is over. Okay, we're back. The last fellow did timer stall, which was not fun, but the match was a win. We're going to keep this hand. I honestly just want to play a real round of Magic the Gathering. That is just the vibe after that last bout. So, I like the hand. We're going to turn to Marwyn because he's playing a Plains. Looks like he's playing... Honestly, I'm not even sure what he's playing. So, we'll go ahead and Marwyn next. This is going to give us a phenomenal turn 3. Where we're going to get to Clan Caller into Mystic, maybe Clan Caller into Incubation Druid, I like. Alright, we get another draw, so we're going to go Clan Caller. We could go Clan Caller into Incubation and into Mystic. Which, even if we get board wiped, which I don't think we will. Okay. We're not going to attack with the Mystic. We're just going to swing with her as a 4/4. If he sacks the wall's gone, and I'm not worried about it. I don't think we needed the Mystic that bad that turn. Also, with where our mana's sitting, I would be happy to wait just in case we potentially draw like a War Master or something. So, that concerns me, because I don't know why he would target that instead of Marwyn. Nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and have some fun. Do I wait to Coco? I think I just swing this turn. And then, just because he's an open board, and basically at this point, whatever I can do to dwindle his health, obviously is the key. Gideon, nice. Okay. Hopefully this isn't one of those combo decks that just plays Gideon to the point where he can never die. That would be frustrating. Gideon Tribal. There you go. So he's going to prevent the damage my Marwyn would do. That's fine. We'll go ahead and play another Forest. We'll play... and still tap him. So we'll go ahead and adapt the Incubation Druid. And we're going to hold on to the Mystic. This is going to allow me to attack Gideon for 2. Attack him for 2. And we still get to Coco.
I'm sorry.
At the end of their turn. Which is the reason why him targeting Marwyn there. I get why he did it. Destroy all creatures. Okay, we'll go ahead and float this. Resolve that. And then cast Coco. I get why he did it, but... go ahead and War Master. And... Elvish Archdruid. This is why we keep the Elvish Mystic in hand. So while we're not in an amazing spot, we're still not in as bad of a spot we would have been if we had played the Mystic. So we'll go ahead and drop him. And then we will activate this ability. Swinging 4, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're swinging for 9. Which, unless he has another board wipe, that's GG. If he has another board wipe, we're just going to be playing off rip, and this is going to be a boring game. I sense another board wipe in my future. We'll swing for just 5. Maybe it's asleep or something. Settle the Wreckage. That is crazy. That it was... So that was the move. That right there is exactly why you'll never attack with all of your creatures. If you don't need to. You should always attack with just kind of what you need. Depending on the deck they're playing, of course. But in this scenario, definitely just attack with what you need. I am afraid of the board wipe, so we go ahead and play a forest. Yeah, I'm guessing there's a board wipe coming right now. Another Settle the Wreckage. We'll take it. I mean, now we draw a Crater Hoof, that's GG. Unless he has a third Settle the Wreckage. I used to play white and blue, basically just playing a control deck. I'm gonna be honest, it was one of those type of decks that everybody hates. Just white blue control. All you do is just don't let people play the game. And it probably wasn't the most fun for everyone else. And he FF'd. Hell yes, I will take that win. That was probably one of the hardest matches I've had in the past, like, 20 games, to be honest. Even though it wasn't too hard. Still. Alright, let's go ahead and do one more for you guys. I'll catch you when we get into that match. Alright. So, hopefully we're facing a blue-black. Blue-black artifacts. Oh, he's got the Jace sleeves? Jeez. Alright. We're going to keep this hand. It isn't perfect. You know what? Yeah. We mold. We're going to keep this. It's a 1-mana hand, but we have an Allosaurus, we have an Elvish Mystic, we have a way to draw cards, and we're going to drop a Coco. So we'll go ahead and play Elvish to start off. That gives us a turn 2 Allosaurus. Hopefully we draw a forest. He's playing black. Okay. So we do get the forest draw. I guess I'm not that worried about the Allosaurus now. But okay. I hope you guys see the debate here. It's debating between playing both of them since he's playing black. I don't want to get it removed. But, oh, he is playing Dimir. So I don't think I really had an option. Okay. It's going to give us a turn 3 Archdruid. That's another good creature for him to remove, which is nice because we still have a Clan Caller in the back. If he doesn't remove it too, that's a free Coco next turn. But he does. So we'll take that. It's going to give us a War Master, another great card for him to remove. And this is perfect. This is kind of the only way we can really deal with removal, is just getting more value out there. And we are getting pretty screwed on mana. Watery Grave, what are we playing for 4? Murderous Rider, okay. So we are getting screwed on mana. Does this have Death Touch? No, just Lifelink. But the fact that we're getting screwed on mana isn't killing us. We could still Coco, which I like. I think we're going to Elvish Clan Caller. This is going to allow us to attack with the War Master. It's also going to generate us 1 token. There we go. And now we're going to swing with the War Master. Next turn, if he can, he will get rid of the Clan Caller, or he'll just kill the War Master. Okay, that works. Ooh. Well, that sucks. Give me a land? No. Okay. So he played a board wipe. Board wipes do screw us. We do now have our win con in hand, but we don't win if we don't have some board state. So hopefully he's not looking at too good of a hand. If he's got another removal, we're going to be a little screwed. He's got a Tasha. This is one of the newer cards. I'm not too sure. Whenever a creature attacks you, put a -1/-1 counter on that creature. So we won't block just so we can hold up. Let me get an Allosaurus here. Okay. And we'll go ahead and attack Tasha. Ah, it is you or Tasha. Well, I don't think that misplay will cost me the game, but I do think this is going to be a GG. We won't block here. It's going to gain 2 more. We're going to need a miracle to get out of this.
Closer.
Can drop the clan caller. Am I that afraid of her ulting? To be honest. I'm gonna say no. He's gonna get 3 creatures. It's gonna be 3 low elves, so we're not gonna swing. Okay. Memory Deluge. Jeez. That's some card draw. So we did get screwed on mana this game. And we're not going to be able to come back from it. There goes some removal. So I think we're just going to call it there. And we're going to just GG next. See you guys in a sec. Alright, for the final game of the day, what are we looking at? Maybe some Tribal Merfolk. Got the Damnation sleeves. We are low on mana. But as long as we draw a forest by turn 2, we'll be in an okay spot. Probably not the best thing to place our bets in, but we'll try. Maybe mono red. Looks like we're facing mono red. Not mana, but basically mana. We'll take an Elvish Mystic. Let's see. Maybe a Madness deck? That would be cool. No, it looks like we're just facing some mono red. Mono red hate. Okay. We're not going to block here. The second we get... Well, him getting +2 really sucks. The second we get some of our leaders out onto the battlefield, we'll be in a good spot. Let's go ahead and play Marwyn now while we're speaking about leaders. And we're just going to swing. So that means next turn, land or no land, we will play our Archdruid. We should have played the Archdruid first because it would have put us in a better spot sooner. But I think Marwyn arguably could have been played. They paid for the mana cost, so they got to be drawing something. Let's go ahead and not. Bomat Courier is such a good card. I remember playing 3 mana. Okay, I'll take it. I remember playing it in one of the earlier sets. Gosh, Kaladesh Limited. I drafted it. I think I drafted 1 or 2 of them, and I know it's a rare, but it was such a fun time. Okay, we need card draw. We need mana. So we're gonna go Archdruid. I think we have to. We're gonna do that. That's gonna take us into Leaf Crown and War Master. Seasoned Pyromancer is ass. The fact that it has haste. Oh, it doesn't have haste. Thank the Lord. But it does put him in a good spot. It's manipulating his hand. Okay. Didn't this have haste? Guess not. This is a tricky game. We're getting close to where we need to be, though. I think in 2 turns, we could potentially win. So, we'll go ahead and drop Radiant Fountain. That's funny. Then, I think we want the... I think we want the token over the card draw right now. Okay. And then this is going to take us into you. And now, as long as he doesn't have a board wipe, we should be golden. Take action, draw a Crater Hoof, go ahead and play another War Master. Okay. So, next turn we Crater Hoof, full push, we win. There's nothing you can do about it. Red's not going to have any cards that are going to get rid of my attackers or harm people for just attacking, so I'm just going to swing with everyone. We do have a Coco as a backup option. As long as he doesn't have a 3 mana, not 3 mana, but a 3 damaging board wipe, we will be in a good spot. And it looks like that's going to be the case. Alright, I'll take this for the last game. Nice and short. What is this, turn 4? What is this doing? I'm going to be straight. I've never seen this spell before, or this card. Whenever you cast a spell, if it's in your graveyard, put a flame counter on it. Because a lot's happening. Getting rid of the Archdruid is a lot of my mana. He's got his Druid here. So maybe this isn't an easy one. We're looking at only 4 mana now. Make that 5. Do we just Coco? We're gonna hold on the Coco. And pass. While I thought it was an easy dub, it turned out not to be. But this Coco should bring us into something good. We're looking at 46 cards in our deck. Yeah, we'll be in a good spot. Another Pyromancer sucks. I do like his deck. This is a really cool mono red deck. I've never seen something like this. It's playing a lot of cards I don't really know, but it's pretty cool. And you can swing for 6 in the air right now. So the only way we win is with Crater Hoof, just because of how wide he is. Allosaurus won't win us the game, but it will put us... It'll get rid of either half his board. So I'm not upset about that. And he FF'd. Next turn, or we Coco'd at the end of his turn, went into Crater Hoof Behemoth, and we were in a good spot from there. Well, that is going to be the video all. It's been a little weird, that's for sure. I am going to open, I got a pack here that we got, so I am going to open this real quick just because I can. But yeah, it's been a weird set of games. A lot of surrenders, got timer stalled, which wasn't fun. Let's see what our rare is. Starving Revenant, okay, that's something. But yeah, I do really like this deck build. I just put a 2 at the end of it. This was a clone of my other deck with some other additions. I really like the build. We didn't really get to see Blight Blade really come into play. Got to see Incubation Druid, though. You know, it's a good mana sink. The War Masters are awesome. The Leaf Crown is awesome. This didn't get to combo off too much, but it can. And we were almost there. He just hit us with some good removal. So, I do think having the 5 kind of large mana generators, I guess it would be 7 because Marwyn counts too. But these are instant. If you have a board state, these are generating a lot of mana. Versus Marwyn wants to be there at the beginning of the board state. Overall, I love this deck list. I'm going to go ahead and leave the deck list in the description for you guys. So if anybody would like to use it, go for it. You can take out... You can't take out too much, honestly. I think the collected companies are really good. You need at least 1 Crater Hoof Behemoth. And having the empathy, whatever this one is, the elf that tutors, is so necessary. 3 copies of it, honestly, might be perfect. I'm not sure. But it's you know, you need at least 2. And this is going to get you your win con every game. The castles, you don't need... Radiant Fountain, obviously, you don't need, but it's a common. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all next time around. Bye-bye.